Hello everyone. Today topic is measurement of price elasticity of demand by total outlay method. So we can measurement the price elasticity of demand by the various methods such as point method, arc method, and outlay method or expenditure method. Now today we start to explain the how we determine or measurement the price elasticity of demand by total outlay method. This method is also known as total expenditure method, and this method was developed by neoclassical economist Alfred Marshall. So according to this definition of this method, the price elasticity of demand is determined by the relationship between the price and total expenditure. So we can define as this method refers to the price elasticity of demand, show the relationship between the price and total expenditure. So we can write the define. If elasticity of demand measures on the basis of price of commodity and total expenditure, it's called total expenditure method or total outlay method. Now this method we analyze this through the various statement. First of all, we explain with the help of the table. Price, quantity demanded, total expenditure, then again price, quantity demanded, and total expenditure, then again price, quantity demanded, and total expenditure. We can find the total expenditure when we multiply the price and quantity demand. Then another one. Now the first one table shows the when the price of the goods and services decrease, the total expenditure on the goods and services will be increased. Here the inverse relationship between the price and total expenditure, and it show the price elasticity is greater than unity. So the another one, when the price of the goods and services decrease, the total expenditure remain constant. It means when the price of the goods and services increase or decrease, the total expenditure always will remain constant. And the another one, when the price of the goods and services decrease, the total expenditure also decrease. Here is the positive relationship between the price and total expenditure. So it shows the price elasticity is less than unity. So there is the three statement of the elasticity of demand. Now we describe the three statement in the three ways. The first one are elasticity, greater than unity. So we can write, if there exists negative relationship between price of commodity and total expenditure, it known as elasticity greater than unity. It means when the price of the goods and services increase, the total expenditure of the commodity on commodity decrease. When the price of the goods and services decrease, the total expenditure on goods and services will be increased. Here the inverse relationship between the price and total expenditure on goods and services. Now the another one statement, let's show the elasticity equal to unity. It means EP equal to 1. If total expenditure does not change along with the change in price of goods and services, price of commodity or price of commodity, it known as elasticity equal to unity. It means when the price of the goods and services increase or decrease, the total expenditure on goods and services always remain constant. And the last one statement show the elasticity less than unity. It means EP less than 1. If there exists positive relation between price of commodity and total expenditure, it is known as elasticity less than unity. It means when the price of the goods and services increase, the total expenditure on goods and services also increase. When the price of the goods and services decrease, the total expenditure on the goods and services also decrease. Here are the three statements that show the measurement of the price elasticity through the total expenditure method. Now, this theory or this method we also explain with the help of figure. But first of all, we take the one table that shows the price, quantity, demand, and total expenditure. The price of the goods and services 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. We know that there is an inverse relationship between the price and quantity demand. When the price of the goods and services decrease, the quantity demand will be increase. So when here is given, the price of the commodity will be increase. So we start the quantity. 1. Now the total expenditure when we multiply the price and quantity demand. In the given table, here 120 and 120, it shows the total expenditure remain constant. So we divide the three statement. When the price of the goods and services increase 10 to 20, in that case the total expenditure on goods and services also increase. Here show the positive relationship between the price and total expenditure. So it shows the price elasticity is less than unity. Now other than a statement, when the price of goods and services increase from 30 to 40, here the total expenditure remain constant. It on the 120. So it shows the price elasticity is equal to unity. And the last one column, when the price of the goods and services increase, the total expenditure will be decreased. So here is a negative or inverse relationship between the price and total expenditure. So it shows the price elasticity is greater than unity. So this table will show the relationship between the price and total expenditure. So this can be explained with the help of the figure. Now y-axis represent the price of the goods and services and x-axis represent the total expenditure. Now in the given table, the price is 10 to 60. And the total expenditure the first combination show when the price is 10, the total expenditure is 60. So we plot the combination of the 10 and 60. Plot the dot there. The next one plotting is when the price of the goods and services 20, the total expenditure is 100. And the next one is 30. The price on the goods and services 30, then the total expenditure will be 120. The next one, 40, 120, 50, 100, and 60. Now we join all the point. E, B, C, and D. Now we explain the given curve. Now A to B, here the given figure shows that the price of the commodity when increased, the total expenditure on the goods and services also increase. So here is a positive relationship between the price and total expenditure. It means elasticity is less than unity. And B to C segment show the elasticity of demand, or elasticity of demand is equal to unity. Here the price of the goods and services, whatever increase or decrease, the total expenditure remain constant on 120. So B to C segment show the elasticity of demand is equal to unity, and C to D statements show the when the price of the goods and services increase, the total expenditure on the goods and services will be decreased. So here is an inverse relation between the price and total expenditure. So price elasticity is greater than unity. So given figure shows that the elasticity of measurement through the total expenditure method. So A to B segment show the elasticity is less than unity, B to C segment show the elasticity is equal to unity, and C to D segment show the elasticity is greater than unity. So this can explain with the help of the figure and table how we measurement the price elasticity by the total expenditure method. So here is the various type of the relation between the price and total expenditure. The next one topic is cross elasticity of demand. Cross elasticity of demand. Now cross demand, it means it show the when the price of the one goods increase or decrease, what are the effect on the quantity demand for the another goods increase or decrease. That show the cross demand. So here we describe the cross elasticity of demand. It means when the percentage change in the quantity demand for one goods due to the percentage change in the price of another goods, that is called the cross elasticity of demand. So we can write the define. Percentage change in quantity demand of one goods due to the percentage change in price of another goods. It is known as cross elasticity of demand. Similarly, we can represent. Now we can present E X Y. E means elasticity, X means X commodity, and Y means Y another commodity. So the percentage change in quantity demanded for X goods due to the percentage change in price of Y goods. Now in the another short form we can write cross elasticity of demand will be quantity demand for change in X goods due to the change in price of Y goods. You can multiply with the price of Y goods and quantity demand for X goods, where the delta QX represent the quantity demand for X goods and delta Y it show the change in price of Y goods, and PY means original price of Y goods and QX means original quantity demand for X goods. So now there are the three types of the cross elasticity of demand: zero cross elasticity, positive cross elasticity and negative cross elasticity. Now here we start to describe the types of the cross elasticity. Negative cross elasticity and another one is positive cross elasticity. Now these three types we explain with the help of the figure. Now the first one, zero cross elasticity. Now zero cross elasticity describe the when the price of the one goods or the X goods or whenever the goods are increase or decrease, there is a no change in the quantity demand for the another goods, that is called the zero cross elasticity. It means when the price of the one goods increase or decrease, the quantity demand for the other goods remain constant. There is a nothing change in the quantity demand for the another goods. Now this can be explained with the help of the figure. Now assume that OY axis and OX axis. OY axis represent the price of one goods. It means we take the example of price of salt, and X axis we take the quantity demand for car. When the price of salt increase or decrease, in that case the quantity demand for the car remain constant. The quantity demand of the car does not change along with the change in the price of the salt. So the curve will be, the demand curve will be horizontal to the y axis. So it means when the price of the salt P1 to P2, the quantity demand for car remain constant OQ. So it shows the elasticity is equal to 0. So there is a no change in the quantity demand for car wherever the price of the salt increase or decrease. Especially we find this type of the cross elasticity in basic goods. Basic goods, when the basic goods of the price increase or decrease, both goods are not interrelated. That show the zero cross elasticity. Now the another cross elasticity we can explain with the help of the figure. Negative cross elasticity. It means when the price of the one goods increase or decrease, there is also effect in the quantity demand for the another goods. Here is the price of one goods and the quantity demand for the another goods is inverse relationship. So now we can define this type of the elasticity with the help of the complementary goods. So complementary goods are those goods which are interdependent to each other. In the absence of the one goods, we cannot work any of the work. Complementary goods we use in the example of the negative cross elasticity. It means when the price of the ink increase, the quantity demand for the pen decrease. When the price of the ink decrease, the quantity demand for the ink will be increased. So here the inverse relationship between the price of one goods and quantity demand for the another goods. Now this can be explained with the help of the figure. Now y-axis represent the price of ink and x-axis represent the quantity demand for pen. Now negative cross elasticity. Here the price of the ink increased from OP1 to OP2. The quantity demand for the pen decreased from OQ2 to OQ1. Here is an inverse relationship between the price of ink and quantity demand for pen. So the negative cross elasticity show the when the price of the one goods increase, the quantity demand for the another goods will be decreased. So we can say all the other example will be ink or pen, bike and petrol, sugar and sweets. These are the example of the complementary goods which we use in the negative to explain negative cross elasticity of demand. Now there is the last one type, that is positive cross elasticity. The positive cross elasticity show when the price of the goods and services of one goods increase, quantity demand for the another goods also increase. When the price of the one goods decrease, the quantity demand for the another good also decrease. So this type of the cross elasticity we have found in the case of substitute goods. In the substitute goods are those goods which are which we use the one goods to replace to the another goods. For example, Pepsi and Coke, toothpaste it means Colgate and Pepsodent we use in the example in the substitute goods. Now I explain with the help of the figure. Now here put the y-axis represent the price of Coke and x-axis represent the quantity demand for Fanta. So Coke and Fanta are the substitute goods. We can use these goods are to one to each replace. And the slope of the demand curve is upward sloping. So it shows the positive cross elasticity. When the price of the Coke increased from OP1 to OP2, the quantity demand for the Fanta also increased for the OQ1 to OQ2. It means here is a positive relationship between the price of one goods and quantity demand for the another goods. So demand curve is upward sloping. So that shows the positive cross elasticity. Thank you.